Remember the judge as the symbol of unwavering authority? The attack shatters that image, replacing it with a chilling vulnerability. Judges, once seen as untouchable, are now aware of their own mortality, facing the possibility of violence where they should expect justice. This ripple of fear can subtly erode public trust in the judicial system, making it feel less like a sanctuary and more like a potential battleground. The media spotlight is blinding in this case. Every blink, every sigh, every twitch of the defendant's eyebrow is dissected, analyzed, and plastered across every screen. This relentless scrutiny creates a trial by headline, where public opinion and social media pronouncements hold as much weight as actual evidence. Can jurors truly remain impartial in this storm of preconceived notions? Or will the verdict be dictated by the loudest voices in the online echo chamber? Security in courtrooms needs a revamp, but at what cost? Metal detectors hum, armed guards replace friendly bailiffs, and once open proceedings feel like entering a fortress. Can we make courtrooms safe havens again, without sacrificing the open doors that symbolize the very essence of fairness? Finding an impartial jury in this case feels like searching for a needle in a haystack on a roller coaster. News outlets dissect every detail, social media explodes with opinions, and every juror walks in with a pre-programmed bias gleaned from a media blitz. Courtroom has become a reality TV show with cameras capturing every tear, every flinch, every whispered word. This hyper-awareness of the public eye can have chilling effects. Witnesses become hesitant, fearing their every word will be dissected and misinterpreted. Judges feel the pressure of performance, potentially altering their demeanor and decisions to appease the invisible audience. And the defendant? They're not just on trial for their actions. They're on trial for their emotions, their very humanity, projected onto the screen for public consumption. Can justice truly prevail when the cameras roll? Or does it become a twisted performance for the highest ratings? Technology throws a lifeline in this turbulent sea. Virtual courtrooms emerge, allowing for secure proceedings without physical proximity. Remote witness testimonies become the norm, protecting vulnerable individuals from the glare of the courtroom. Online evidence-sharing platforms streamline the process, eliminating physical risks and potential tampering. But technology is a double-edged sword. Glitches can disrupt proceedings, raising concerns about fairness and access. Cybersecurity threats loom, casting a shadow of doubt on the integrity of evidence. The attack sparks a necessary conversation about courtroom culture. Can we create a space where respect and dignity prevail, even amidst conflict? Should judges be trained in de-escalation techniques, equipped to handle outbursts before they escalate? Should bailiffs become more than security guards, trained to identify and support individuals in distress? The ripple of reform extends beyond physical security, seeking to address the root causes of anger and frustration that can boil over into violence. Mental health support becomes a crucial element within the justice system, offering resources and assistance to those facing overwhelming emotional burdens. The courtroom walls crumble, opening a floodgate of public scrutiny. Citizens demand answers, seeking transparency and accountability from the justice system. Protests erupt, calling for reform and a reassessment of security protocols. Legislative hearings dissect every flaw, every oversight, leading to potential policy changes and stricter regulations. This ripple of transparency, though uncomfortable, is vital. It forces the system to confront its vulnerabilities, to acknowledge its shortcomings, and to take steps towards ensuring the safety and fairness it promises. Beyond the legal ramifications, the human cost of the attack echoes profoundly. Judges grapple with the trauma of the event. Bailiffs carry the burden of witnessing violence. Families are fractured by loss and pain, and the defendant's own story begs for understanding. This ripple of empathy reminds us that even in the face of outrage, we must remember the human element. Only then can we heal, forgive, and move forward as a society that values both justice and compassion. The courtroom attack leaves behind a shattered image of justice, a landscape of doubt and distrust. But amidst the wreckage, there's an opportunity to rebuild, to learn from the past, to emerge stronger. This final ripple is about resilience. It's about rebuilding trust in the justice system, not through empty promises, but through concrete actions. It's about ensuring the safety of courtrooms without sacrificing the principles of openness and fairness. It's about recognizing that justice is not a destination, but a journey, one that demands constant vigilance, unwavering commitment, and a continuous dialogue between the citizens and the system that serves them. The courtroom attack may have shaken the foundation of justice, but it does not have to define its future. It can choose to rise above the fear, to learn from the mistakes, and to build a court system that embodies the highest ideals of our society, reminding the world that even in the darkest moments, the scales of justice can and will find their balance. The courtroom attack is a scar on our collective memory, a stark reminder that even the halls of justice are not immune to the tides of human emotion. So let us choose to learn from this adversity, to rebuild trust, and to emerge stronger, more compassionate, and more dedicated to the pursuit of justice for all. Now we enter the sacred space of the jury box, where the fate of the case hangs in the balance. 12 ordinary citizens become the arbiters of truth, tasked with the monumental responsibility of sifting through mountains of evidence and reaching a unanimous verdict. We'll delve into the psychological dynamics of jury selection, the complexities of deliberation, and the emotional toll these individuals face as they grapple with life-altering decisions. How do they navigate conflicting testimonies, emotional pleas, and the weight of public scrutiny? This is a glimpse into the human crucible of justice, where empathy, logic, and a fierce sense of responsibility collide. The verdict rings out and the court erupts in a cacophony of emotions. But the journey doesn't end there. Sentencing, a potent culmination of legal proceedings, carries its own set of repercussions and complexities. We'll examine the factors that influence sentencing decisions, from aggravating circumstances to mitigating factors. How does the quest for justice reconcile with the potential for rehabilitation and restorative measures? What impact does the sentence have on not only the defendant, but also the victim, their families, and the community at large? This is a segment that demands reflection, exploring the ripple effects of a single decision and the ongoing pursuit of closure. The gavel may fall, but the scars of a high-profile case can linger long after the dust settles. We'll venture beyond the courtroom walls, exploring the long-term impact on victims, their families, and the community affected by the tragedy. How do they navigate the path of healing and recovery? What support systems are in place to help them reclaim their lives? And for the defendant, what does the future hold? We'll delve into the possibilities of rehabilitation, reintegration, and even in some cases, the quest for redemption. This is a story of resilience, of moving forward from darkness, and the enduring hope for second chances. High-profile cases often act as catalysts for societal introspection, prompting us to examine the very fabric of our justice system. We'll use this case as a springboard for examining potential systemic issues, from biases and inequalities to the effectiveness of rehabilitation programs. What lessons can we learn from this case to improve the legal system and ensure equal justice for all? How can we address systemic flaws and work towards a more just and equitable future? This is a call to action, an invitation to engage in critical dialogue and advocate for positive change, using the power of awareness to pave the way for a better tomorrow. As we close this chapter on this captivating case, let's remember that the pursuit of truth and justice is an ongoing journey. We've delved into the depths of human psychology, legal strategies, ethical considerations, and the very essence of our justice system. But the conversation doesn't end here. Each of us has a role to play in ensuring a fair and just society. So let us carry these insights forward, engage in critical dialogue, and strive for a world where the scales of justice tip ever closer to true balance. Till next time, remember, the quest for understanding remains constant, and the pursuit of a better future for all is a responsibility we share.